Welcome back to County Connection. I'm Robert Henning, director at the Rockpile Museum, and with me, as always, is Heather Rodriguez,
Hi, everybody.
museum educator. So Heather, what do we got going on in November?
Oh, we have some fun things going on in November because it's Veterans Day. So one of the things is, and maybe you can talk to them about the parade. We'll talk about the parade first and then about the walk. I think it's really cool that we have that particular vehicle to take into the parade.
Yeah, so I don't know if we've ever been in the Veterans Day Parade.
Certainly
since
not
I've
with
been here.
that vehicle, right?
Yeah, no. We have a new donation to the museum. It's a 1941 Dodge National Guard truck. It's classified as a WC1.
Right.
Very similar to the Dodge passenger vehicle, regular vehicle called the Power Wagon.
Okay.
A lot of people just say it's the Dodge Power Wagon. So this was built for the Wyoming National Guard in 1941. So before the war started, they had ordered some trucks, and this one was salvaged and restored and then donated to the museum. So beautiful truck.
It is a beautiful truck.
And really represents that era of history. So we'll be in the parade. Justin's going to drive, and we'll have some veterans
Correct.
ride along with us.
Right.
And they are veterans from
Iraq.
Yep.
Yep.
Is it Iraq and Afghanistan, like
I
more
believe
recent,
so.
or
I
Desert
believe so.
Storm?
And actually,
Okay.
there's one gentleman that's friends with Cody's dad that I don't know what his service record, like where he served. But yeah, I think it's great. And they are so pumped, so excited about being able to do that. And I'm assuming they're riding in the back, so that'll be cool too.
Yep, it will be.
Yep.
And hopefully the weather is nice for them. But come to the parade, check this out. That's November 11th.
Yes.
And I don't remember the time for the parade.
I don't either. I probably should have had that prepared.
Yes, probably. Check the newspaper, check Facebook, Veterans Day Parade. I think it might be 1 o'clock or noon, right at noon. It's at midday sometime.
Right.
Then following the parade, at the end of the parade, come up to Mount Pisgah Cemetery. There will be a veterans tour happening.
Yes, and we absolutely love it. Is Greg Bennick, who's one of the volunteers at the museum. He's fabulous. He is a great storyteller, he's also a veteran, and so he has a heart for that, and I think you definitely see that as he's talking. Even this morning, he was back there telling us about some of the people, some of the things he's going to talk about, and all three of us were just spellbound. And so I think he's going to do a fabulous job. And they're new people, correct? He's talking about some veterans he hasn't spoken about before.
Yeah, for sure. There's hundreds of veterans in the cemetery, so he has a lot to choose from.
Right.
And we have a lot of the resources and history and research available to him at the museum. So he can design a new tour every Veterans Day.
Absolutely. I just think sometimes people who've been on the walk have that question like, oh, I've already learned about that. And it's not. It's new veterans to talk about. And Greg always has a great way of interjecting humor and anecdote, and just he's very fun to listen to. So.
Yeah, and he said he has a variety again from
He
Civil War, Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, and he has soldiers and sailors who were killed in action, but he also has service and support personnel, and he wanted to make sure that folks knew that for every combat veteran, there is 25 plus men and women behind the scenes that are providing food and supplies and fuel for those combat operations.
Literally galvanizing the effort.
Yeah,
yes.
for sure.
Yeah.
So come out to the cemetery. That will be at 2 p.m.
Yes, and it's in conjunction or collaboration with Wyoming Walks and the University of Wyoming. Sarah is part of that too, because it's a great way to get some exercise. So you get to learn and you get some exercise and get to, see our own cemetery, which is quite beautiful.
Yeah, and it's not too strenuous.
No.
It's uphill, he said,
about
in
a
the
mile.
first part, but the second part is downhill. But you walk a little bit and you stop at a gravesite and he tells some history. Then you walk a little more. So it's not a
No.
work
It's
up
a
a lather
leisure.
type.
It's a leisurely stroll.
Yeah. So all ages are welcome. Everybody can do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to talk about now?
Well, we have some event registration.
We do have
Right?
some event registration. So first thing that I get to do is I'm going to show you just a little, these are some of the plaster ornaments that we've been working on for kids because we have Christmas Crafts Day coming. Rockpile does a phenomenal job of that, where kids can come in. It's limited registration, so that's good to know because it's not completely overrun. But then we have these registration times. So one of the perks of being an RMA member, which a lot of people still don't know.
What's the RMA?
Yeah, exactly. Rockpile Museum Association. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
It's a way to be a member and to be a friend of the museum and actually help support the museum's efforts. So there are certain perks that are outlaid for people from the RMA, and Christmas Crafts Day is one of them. RMA can register on Monday, November 18th, starting at 10 a.m. So that is a perk for them. And then it will be open to the public on Monday, November 25th. So these always sell out, and not sell out. They always fill up. That's a better way, because there's no charge for this. The kids will come in and they'll do everything from making plaster ornaments to, they always do rubber stamping, or they do Christmas cards. So it's a super fun time for kids to come in. It's a great time for parents to be there, not just with their kids, but to see the museum too. So love that. We love Christmas Crafts Day.
Yeah, so what ages?
So you know what, that's a great question. She doesn't really, about 4 to 12, maybe? A lot of families come in. It seems like a lot of kiddos come. Yeah, you always ask me questions I don't know, but I'm good at shooting from the hip, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Not littles, although families still bring littles, and as long as they have a parent to supervise, that works out.
Yeah, I think it's typically preschool age to 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. The kids beyond that, the teens, seem to, I don't know. I think they'd have fun.
I think they would too. I would.
They're too cool for it, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think when they come as a family, Penny allows that anyway, so. Yeah.
So the dates again, November 18th for RMA members.
Correct, and November 25th.
And November 25th for the general public.
Correct, and the actual craft day will be Saturday, December 14th, so from 10 to noon.
Great.
Yeah.
And if they want to find out more about the event and these dates.
Absolutely. You can follow us on Facebook under Rockpile Museum. You can come to our website, rockpilemuseum.com. You can even find us on Instagram under Rockpile, it's repetition, Rockpile Museum.
Yep, good.
Yeah.
All right, what else is going on in November? Anything? What do people do after Thanksgiving? What do they get really excited about?
Shopping.
Like the day after Thanksgiving. Shopping. Okay.
Yeah, that was a really nice segue. Yeah,
good.
So you brought things from the gift shop that you love.
I did, and we did not talk about this, right?
No,
okay.
and very
so
similar.
This will be a fun exercise.
Should have just pulled them out of the bag.
Yeah.
All right, you gonna go first?
Sure,
What is
I'll
your
go.
favorite?
I don't really have favorites.
Oh, ever?
I like to eat, so we'll start with the jam. And we both brought a jam, surprisingly. This is Berry Delight jams. These are made in Wyoming, right?
Yep.
In the Powder River Basin. This is strawberry rhubarb because I love pie, and I love strawberry rhubarb pie. So I thought, if this tastes like strawberry rhubarb pie, I will definitely slather this on my toast or my bagel or whatever I have.
Right. We sampled them. They're fabulous.
Yeah.
So now we'll go to mine.
Yeah.
And
what do
you
have?
said it was rather appropriate. I'm assuming that was a personal
No comment.
irony. It's Sassy Peach. That's the one that I have. So, yeah, that giggle says it all.
Yep.
Anyway, okay, what's next? What else?
What's next? I brought a hat. I thought these hats were quite nice.
Yeah, we have some nice hats.
You know, support Wyoming, represent the state, and it's what, cowboy colors. It's a little.
It is.
It's a little maybe more mustard yellow than the cowboy
it's a little
gold.
Faded. It's kind of a faded yellow.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sure it shows up well on camera though. But yeah. Nice hat.
Looks good.
It's always good to know we're good.
We have
Wyoming
hats and shirts.
We do.
We have tote bags. That's kind of it for the clothing. We don't have. It'd be nice to have sweatshirts this time of year.
It would be.
We should look into sweatshirts.
I was going to say, I have a feeling we could talk to somebody about that.
Sweatshirts and vests.
Oh,
a lot of people wear vests around here. It's vest season.
I love your diction there. Vests.
All right.
Okay, my turn. Okay, this is a crack
like Christmas
up to me.
morning.
I know exactly. And you and I don't need anything but props. Okay, so this is one of my favorites. I think this is so cute. This is a tiny little Lego type set, but it's a jackalope. I mean, what a great gift to send. I mean, we are talking about gift buying, and so if you're sending to people this mythical creature of a jackalope, pretty fun. And I hear from my kids that these are incredibly difficult. There's like 383 pieces inside this box.
Yeah, and they're mini,
So,
and that's
yeah.
the challenge with them. Yeah.
So this would be a fun, like even Christmas morning, trying to put together the jackalope.
Yeah, and I brought some Legos as well.
Yes.
Mini building blocks. I brought the cowgirl with the lasso. I thought it was kind of cool how the lasso builds up and is in the air. So,
Like your supportive
yep,
cowgirls.
590 pieces.
Yep.
Gotta support the ladies.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Are you all done?
No,
Is that
I
all
have
you brought?
one more. I have one more, but that is all I brought. Then you can go. I think this is also a great kit. We just went over to Kimmerer to the Fossil Butte, and this is not from Fossil Butte. However, it's fossils, and it even says right on it, genuine Wyoming fossils. So again, what a great gift for like a stocking. I think these are so educational. Kids love digging in the dirt. Now they can bring it inside.
It's just a box full of fossils?
No, they have to dig them out.
Oh.
But they are Wyoming fossils.
Interesting.
Fossil kit.
But there's other stuff in there, right?
Yeah, well, do you want me to read off what there is?
Yeah.
There's a bag
Tell
of
us.
material containing these fossils and stones, an information sheet, so they're also learning, a magnifying glass, tweezers, an extra bag for your treasures, and a surprise.
Oh, a surprise.
A surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we have some of the most interesting, unique gifts, and I think a lot of times people don't think about the fact that we also have a museum store. So this is great to let them know.
Yeah, it is. And of course we have books.
Yeah, work
I'll
is
hit the
hard
books.
on that one, I guess.
I brought a shot glass, Gillette with the cowboy again. People love to collect these.
Exactly.
Stocking stuffers.
Yep.
Pins.
Oh,
We have the
yes.
Wyoming pin.
We do.
We have our Rockpile Museum pin.
Yes.
And then we still have some of these beautiful camporee pins.
Yep.
Highly collectible, to memorialize the visit from the Pathfinder camporee.
Absolutely.
Which was quite an event for our community. So if you're a pin collector, come check all
We have
those
some
out.
good choices, right?
Yeah. And then the calendars.
Right?
These are selling like hotcakes. Almost out of these. 2025 historical calendars. And I don't know if there's a theme this year. I think it's just, it's family.
It is family.
It's
yep.
family. So a lot of pictures of Wyoming families. And historical tidbits on every day of the year. So check that out.
It's a great calendar.
Nice gift for maybe those Wyoming folks that, expatriates, I don't know what we're going to call them.
Oh.
The greater Wyoming diaspora of people that were born
moved
here
away.
and moved away. Maybe this is step one in bringing them home. Get them excited about Wyoming history.
Gosh, we just got very sentimental about the calendar.
That's right. And then books. I brought books.
Yes.
We had this author
We
in,
did.
Mark Warren. He's a very entertaining speaker. So he's got a 2-book series about Nate Champion, Nate the Texas story, and then Nate the Wyoming story.
And the Wyoming story was just released, like in mid-August, I think. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we get copies? I know we have them ordered.
Yes.
Have.
I think we have copies.
Do we?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Local author Donna Robbins wrote this fiction, 10 Ponies. It's about a story about a young boy that runs away to be a cowboy, basically. Very fitting story for this area. I don't know much about this one. This is Big Skies and Bygone Days. I grabbed it because it's all stories about the Powder River country. So it's actually 35 vignettes of Montana and Wyoming history. So
Love that.
interesting, yeah.
And we do have, it does seem like we have a lot of people, children included, that love Wyoming history, and it's not necessarily highly published.
Yeah.
So this is a great selection for people to be able to delve in a little deeper.
Yeah, and it's got photos. So if you're,
Books with pictures are always good.
yeah. So check that out. And lots of great books. Lots of great books.
Yes, we do
So,
have a great assortment of books. And then we also have the Storyland books coming too. So as that
Yes.
exhibit comes in January, kids can be reading those books if they don't have them, and I love that too.
Yeah, and other children's books. We have a really nice selection of children's books. I did not bring any
Yeah.
because I felt like I'd brought them all before. But we'll
Night
tell you
Night
more about that
Wyoming.
next month.
Sounds good.
Yep.
All right.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we should probably at least put a plug in there for Repeal Day, because that's coming December 5th.
Oh, that's very early December, so yes.
Yes.
What is Repeal Day?
So it's the celebration of Prohibition. And we have that's a really cool event with Amber Pollock from Backwards Distilling coming and actually telling us the history of Prohibition and distilling, and she'll be doing some mixed drinks that are period appropriate. We'll have some food that's from the 30s. And so, yeah, I think that's going to be a great event.
So is it the celebration of Prohibition or the celebration of the
repeal of Prohibition? Thank you for being very consistent and accurate.
Yes. Well, I think that's more of a thing to celebrate than,
well,
than
Prohibition really appears to not have been celebrated.
I don't think it was very effective. I mean, historically speaking.
Maybe just the opposite.
Yeah. So that's something we can talk about at
Exactly.
the event. So that is when?
That is December 5th, which is Thursday. It starts at 5:30, and we're going to have a great time. It's in the annex, and so that always feels like you're kind of stepping back in time anyway.
Why December 5th?
Well, because that's the day.
Oh, that's
December
the
5th,
day?
1933.
1933, that's the actual day.
It is the day.
Wow.
I know. Lots of signs. We want beer.
Lots of history. Good. And is there a charge for that?
No, there will be no
Oh.
charge.
Good.
There might be a max occupancy, but other than that, there will be no charge.
Except for beverages.
Correct. It's a cash bar.
Yes. So if you're coming to that, expect to buy your own beverages.
Right. There will be samples of the cocktails that she's mixing for people who would like to sample them. But beyond that, yes, it's a cash bar.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, you can catch up on all of this and more on our website, like you said. What are our hours? When are we open?
Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you, Robert.
And we'll see you again in December.
Sounds good.